YouTube, Google, and Facebook will be dead if we don't act now. This is what YouTube will look like when Article 13 takes effect. There's no music, there's no imagery, there's no more gameplays, there's no more music videos. Article 13 holds the platform liable for hosted copyrighted content. Implementation of this will lead to strict internet censorship and significantly attacks the fundamental freedom of speech while passing all control of the media to corporate copyright holding monopolies. This is a direct attack at our freedom in a gross neglect of democracy itself. We need you to help stop this insanity. The internet will die if we don't take action. The radical censorship enforced by content filters will affect every internet user worldwide. Act now. Share this message. Upload it everywhere. Join the Fight 13 movement now and fight for your rights. You can help by spreading awareness, attending demonstrations all over Europe, and vote everyone responsible for this blatant offense out of their seats. The EU elections are between May 23rd and May 26th. We need to meet this injustice with the full force of the entire internet community combined. Save your internet, save your freedom. Welcome back to another Hearthstone video. This deck, right now, might be the strongest one in Rise of Shadows, and is extremely cheap. There's one legend in there that wasn't free, which is Keepers of Ladders. It's the Token Druid. It's the meta version we played. Kind of a variety of that a couple of days back. Yeah, maybe last week.
We showed you a version that I just thrown together with what I had, and we advised you not to craft anything.
Yeah.
Then I just went out and crafted this anyways.
Yeah, exactly. After a couple of days, this deck had established itself. We kind of knew what's going to be good and what's going to be not good.
This exact deck has, according to HS Replay, a 59% global win rate.
That is a lot. 59 is a lot in Hearthstone. That is, I think Odd Paladin at its very peak days was just over 60%.
Well,
so that is...
The archetype has a 56.8% win rate last I checked.
Okay, yeah.
But this exact deck has 59% win rate.
But still, 56 is really strong.
For me personally, it has a 64% win rate. But that's also, of course, on a relatively small sample size. And this leans towards very cheap cards. The Force 8 being the exception here. You do still have a strong late game, though, if necessary, through Force 8 and Crystal Stone Portal. Because you'll almost exclusively get big stuff from Crystal Stone Portal.
So you're going to be facing a lot of warriors, right? And here's the key against warrior is the Forest Aid. I can tell you this because I play a lot of warrior. You're going to be facing Warpaths and Brawl. That's 4 complete boards, plus the Soul of the Forest, right?
Soul of the Forest is also huge.
Yeah.
Because they oftentimes can't clear it.
You can only do it with the Warpaths very late. So, the Forest 8 very strong against a control-ish warrior type. The worst matchup for this is the Warlock, because it just gets overrun. It's kind of the faster deck there. But since the power level in general has dropped quite significantly, with the strongest really fast decks kind of being gone for the most part, the Heal Zoo, the Odd Paladin obviously, which were just oppressively dominant and so fast. Now that that's out, kind of like these decks, the token ones, the mid-range-ish but still aggressive ones and very much explosive ones are coming to the forefront. So we're gonna play this couple of games, pretty high rank too on JJ's journey to hitting legend with this, because that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
And see what we can do, so let's get into it. Right, Golden Hunter. What do Golden Hunters do? Just
probably the same thing as regular Hunters, I would assume.
But in gold.
Oh. I hate this hand.
Yeah, this is not a keep. This is not a keep. Acorn Bear is obviously the one that you want on one. Rat is fine, I guess.
Whispering Woods is also a keep, by the way.
Whispering Woods plus Soul of the Forest, actually.
Unless you have a really strong early game, Whispering Woods is always a keep.
Yeah, Whispering Woods is good.
I think it has the single best mulligan win rate.
Wow, yeah, I can see that, actually. I can see that. Might be tough to clear on 4 for a lot of classes, and then you put Soul of the Forest on it.
Yeah, and also, if you don't have anything else to play early on, or don't go really wide, it's really good.
It's better when you have the coin.
It's definitely better when you have the coin, because you have 2 more cards on hand.
But next turn we have Power of the Wild, or we have Rat.
On 2, I definitely like Power of the Wild better, because we don't need it as a buff. We have enough buffs. Yeah. Mag Hunter. Yeah, there. So this entire season, I have only played Token, really. I think I played 1 match of Zoo, which I lost. And I started at rank 10. And I've played, first of all, with the cheap Token deck that we made a video on earlier, and now with this.
So your power take on the 3-1?
Yeah, I guess that's decent. Normally, I would want a cable right here, but because of Whispering Woods, That doesn't really make too much sense. We could then not play the lackey, but you don't really do K-Red not to play the lackey.
I like killing with poison
I've also
guy because Mech Hunter magnetizes a lot.
I don't think I've ever encountered Mech Hunter.
I've encountered some, but not too much. So is Whispering Woods to play?
Definitely.
I guess, yeah.
Next turn is, depending on how much survives, either Soul of the Forest or Cable Red into Lackey. Maybe even Cable Red into Blessing, although that's a bit awkward. This also does run 2 copies of Wrath and Swipe.
Very
Wrath
versatile.
is very versatile for draw. It synergizes with Steladris.
Swipe
and
with the mirror.
Swipe clears boards against more aggressive decks, which is also, with Zoo being the biggest weakness, makes a lot of sense. But it also can just be 4 damage to face sometimes.
Yeah, true. Versatility is the big one. And it can be recast by Vargoth, which is just value.
Oh right, a Swipe can only target enemies.
No, only enemies, yeah.
You don't necessarily want
You don't
Wrath
want
to be recast.
necessarily Wrath, yeah, exactly. Because you might hit yourself. So what is it here? Mr. Token Druid, is it Wrath plus Landscaping?
Wrath for draw on the 3-1? I think that is the idea. We Wrath for draw, then we see what we get, and then we go from there.
Escape some land?
At this point, I don't hate Rat either.
Red Lackey?
Because if it's the Summon Lackey, it's even better than Landscaping most of the time.
That's
And otherwise, it's still comparable. And let's see, Starfall.
Yeah.
And I guess we just go face.
Could have hit the bomb, the white one.
So, because he also can go somewhat wide, I picked Starfall to kind of counteract his board, so that he can't trade as much into ours, although we will probably just try to save his board.
Portal activated right now, no minions on hand.
Yes, but the portal is generally something that you worry about more in the late game. Right now, I want to somehow go wide, which, limited options.
I guess Landscaping is alright.
Landscaping is definitely the play here, although, I guess it is. I think I'm going to actually Landscaping over Blessing. It's not great, but I can trade into the bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
And right now I need that kind of stuff. Oh right, it does that. Still.
Starfall, I try to set up Starfall, I guess, for a good tempo swing is the key in this matchup.
This is a matchup I don't have a lot of experience with, but
Mech Hunter is very aggressive.
I feel like we're doing okay. If we draw Steladris, there is an interesting idea with the Starfall to clear more boards. This is definitely not. This is definitely a weird matchup. I feel like we're doing okay right now. It mostly depends on if we can get Force 8x8.
Yeah, we're waiting for him to run out of steam, really, for the most part. We have a lot of buffs, but not a lot of actually going wide. So this is of course a big thing that needs to be dealt with immediately. It doesn't look like we can do that for the most part.
Actually, I think this is the point where probably Portal.
Can we get Taunt or Lucid Bark?
We can go for Crystal Stag, hit it in.
And hope Starfall next turn?
And Starfall next turn for clear. It's not great. Right now we're not looking too hot. But Lucent Bark is definitely helpful. Wow. That's...
Ultra aggressive. Ultra aggressive.
We're also at 1.
Yep. Yeah, I think this is... actually,
it's
over, yeah. Exactly. So yeah,
it happens.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Just got outrun there. Let's try it again. Mirror, perhaps? Possibly.
Likely.
Maybe, yes. Very likely.
In which case, ours is a bit more front-heavy than the most played one, because that usually runs Force of Nature, which I still don't think is that good of a card. I don't think we need Force 8 right now.
Do
I
we
think
keep the other two? I think they're good, yeah.
Again, I said this in the last video, I don't mind playing Power of the Wild for the Panther at all.
Yeah. We have enough buffs. If that's it, it's a 2-mana 3/2. It's buff on Raptor, it's fine.
Exactly, which is also one of those things that is really good about this deck. Most of the choose 1 cards are fine in either mode.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it sucks to not have a 1-drop, especially if it is really Mirror. But we have a pretty good curve after that.
Yeah.
And if
there's not that many 1-drops. Some people run the Argent Squire along with the Acorn Bears, but
Argent Squire is valid, and I'm trying to remember there's another one that I originally ran last week. Yeah, Crystallizer.
Because of the Dreamway Guardians.
And even just because it's 1/3.
Yeah, let's get some stuff out of that.
What are you up to?
Well, he's up to the value.
So, optimally, we play Mark of the Loa next turn. He doesn't do anything, and then we just Savage Draw and kill him?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Optimally.
But, that rarely ever works.
Yes.
Well, at least not on turn 5. Actually, I've had turn 5 lethals.
Yeah, that totally can happen.
Turn 5 to 7 is a sweet spot, but yeah, this is Token. I wasn't 100% with Crystal Portal being the only play on 2. That was weird, but
He just didn't have a drop there. But I think we continue that way, right? Do we double Guardians? And say you can't remove this?
I kind of wanna.
You could also Whispering Woods with the same idea.
Whispering Woods also summons 4, yeah.
Yeah, actually trade one first. Or don't trade, doesn't matter.
Wait, it summons 4 anyways.
Yeah. So I don't care if we're gonna trade. Just I guess face?
No, we go face.
Me go face, me smork, me hunter.
So he might run Swipe, which is why Dreamway Guardians might have been better. But also, if we do now get our Soul of the Forest, for example, it doesn't matter much. Well, that's a good reaction.
Yeah.
Although, what is he gonna do for 1 mana? Is he just gonna... Oh, he's gonna summon a squirrel, probably. Let me do some math here.
Yeah.
We got 4 plus 4 is 8, plus...
Easy win.
14 is 22. We win.
Easy.
Did I mention turn 5 is totally a thing? Oh,
yes.
Also, I do this mistake every single time.
Savage Draw effect is hero.
No, that I counted.
Oh,
but I always forget to count for hero power.
Okay, yeah. If you have the mana too, in this case it wasn't necessary, but still.
But I came out at 22 when I did the math.
Yep.
You heard it.
Yes.
It was 23.
Another one?
Did you check the username last time?
No, I don't. But you can look it up if you want to, but it doesn't matter.
I can look it up with the tracker, but I really don't want to.
Do we keep woods? We'll go second.
We definitely are keeping.
I think we're keeping
woods.
this stuff. Looks good.
So
Swipe is good.
If he plays Whispering Woods,
we have a good counter.
We have a really good counter. Also, Acorn Bearer, Evil Cable Rat if he has it, although most people I believe don't run it. Yeah. I can actually surprisingly recommend it.
Cable Rat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good card.
I said a lot of negative things about it when we reviewed it.
You did, yeah. He wasn't about that lackey life. He was like, no. Rat.
No, I like the lackeys, but I just thought the rat was one of the weakest lackey generators.
Well, it doesn't need any prompting or activation, right? It's reliable. So
yeah.
that's what makes it good.
Oh, I got the classic card back from the random card back as well.
Classic card back. Playing versus Hakar. Probably the classic one is more original at this point.
I mean, you don't see it that much.
The classic?
Yeah.
No. Well, you see it in beginners. If you played more rank 48, you would.
Right, that exists.
But you don't.
Sometimes I forget that ranks below 25 exist because they haven't for a long time. People with a strong
that sounded so arrogant. Oh, I don't even know that ranks below 25 exist. That's how good I am.
I've never been below rank 25.
Yeah, but that's, you know how that sounded? That sounded like, oh man.
It wasn't around
like,
when I started
people
playing.
People who make less than 6 figures are they human? Are they really even human? That's what you said.
I don't know, are they?
That's what you said, but in Hearthstone terminology. Wow. TrashcanTV does not condone what he said. There's a landscaping here.
I was thinking Whispering Woods.
Cornel Woods. Why not wait for the...
Woods for 5?
Why not just wait? For curve. Why not just landscape now?
I guess it works.
No need to break curve. We might have to reach for a force aid later. With the coin.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So I didn't attack here because he's probably going to trade anyways.
Yeah.
And we can then react accordingly. If he doesn't trade, we can swipe it if we really want to, depending on what he does.
I think we just run 2 treants and Whispering Woods then.
Likely. Again, it really depends on what he does. If he plays Whispering Woods, we swipe it. Because then we just clear the board perfect.
Like, what is Druid of the Scythe even? Like, don't see that too much.
Well, yeah, he just covered it by Crystal Portal.
Yeah. Some people also play Loosened Bark.
They play it in the deck?
I think so, yeah.
I see a lot of Crystal Portal, but I've never actually seen it being played in this exact deck.
Yeah, I've seen it being played.
I have seen a deck that was more like Treant focused, that had Mulch Munchers, it had Loosened Bark as well.
Mulch Munchers possible.
That was very
Force of Nature.
endgame heavy.
Yeah.
that also had the Dendrologist, which you can definitely run in this deck.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I had it in the old version, the Dendrologists, and
Scenarios is possible then.
they've been good sometimes.
There's the Vargoth.
I kind of want to swipe the Vargoth, to be honest.
See, this is okay. Very instructive moment, right? We had on the last video, we had someone debating or not debating, commenting or suggesting that the Vargoth might not be that good of a card. Here's your example why it is, right? Because it draws your attention. That Vargoth is like the Lyra, right?
Yeah, if he plays Mark of the Lotus, Mark of the Loa next turn,
Yeah.
or something like that, like Landscaping. Landscaping is really
he's originally winning on the board. This is why one of the reasons why Vargoth is so good. Because it's a threat. We can't leave that Vargoth alive at this point. So we have to deal with this and not do what we wanted to do. What we want to do is trade and play Whispering Woods. That's what we want to do right now, right? But we now have to contemplate swiping the Vargoth.
which is bad because no matter how we swipe it, we never really have a good swipe there.
No matter how you swipe it.
No, but we lose our entire board.
That was good. Yeah, we do. I know, we do. That's why Vargoth is good.
I guess we're doing it though because we have refill.
Vargoth has the right stat line for this deck. He really does.
And it literally doesn't matter which of the minions I swipe, I lose the entire board. Had he attacked into the Panther, the play would have actually been easier.
Yep.
Because I could have kept the Treant.
Yep.
And he might have thought about exactly that.
That's why Vargoth is so strong. One of the reasons. He's very, very versatile. There's a Vargoth.
Yeah, I don't care about the Vargoth right now, to be honest.
Vargoth coined for the ultimate value.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And Whispering Woods is obviously...
He wanted to Dream a Guardian plus Power of the Wild and just see whichever one he gets is good.
Yep.
But I can't coin Dream a Guardian because that's too finicky. If I could reliably get it, I would have maybe...
Swipe is big.
Yes, he definitely unswiped himself.
You see how that Vargoth just flipped the momentum to his side, essentially? Because we had to play a completely reactive turn.
Yes.
Now you could Vargoth either Portal or Doom Guardians.
Definitely Guardians.
Right.
I
Summon stuff, right?
I don't see the value in getting 4 minions on my hand right now. That doesn't really do much for tempo.
We have full hand, but it's fine.
Oh, yeah, also, it's 4 minions because the first one adds minions to your hand.
Yes, and the second one actually casts after you finish the action of doing so.
Well, long after, yeah.
Yes. So, you only get 1 for that second one. Well, this is good. This is
if you keep Vargoth, then Blessing is really good.
Yeah. We could also reach for Force 8 soon. That's a good resource we have right now. So he's also dealing with the Vargoth.
Because he knows how dangerous it is, because he has one himself.
Yes. So Vargoth is not a gimmicky card. That Vargoth is legit in this deck.
Yeah, for sure.
It's for real. It's not in there because it's free or because it looks nice. No. This is Vargoth makes sense. It's very, very strong.
If you had... That was not a good idea. You would have wanted... Oh, right, you couldn't.
Second swipe would be very good. Not yet. Do we actually Mark of the Loa taunt on someone? Or do we Mark of the Loa just blessing it up, hope he doesn't have the Savage Roar?
That's what I was thinking. If you Mark of the Loa and Blessing, we still start trading though, right?
I think we do, yeah.
So, it's... Right now the play is this. We Mark of the Loa for dudes.
Raptors, right?
Blessing. Then we definitely trade into that one, because it heals. We don't want that to go out of control.
And we trade the rest
of the 1/1s. And then we trade into the 1/1s. And he's probably going to start trading as well.
But that's okay.
But we don't necessarily have a problem with that. Next turn we have the option to... If he completely clears our board somehow, we have Force 8. Otherwise we have Acorn Bearer plus Blessing.
If the board sticks, we just have Blessing. Make it stickier.
Well, plus Acorn Bearer, because why not go wider? We would really like to draw Soul of the Forest at this point.
Yeah. Or any buff, really. Savage Roar will be fine.
Savage Roar's winning.
Soul of the Forest just to stabilize.
Because the worst thing that can happen to us...
Alright, there you go.
Wait a second, you played that wrong.
Yeah, I should have definitely traded first. That was not.
You only summoned 4 2/2 treants.
Yep.
Not...
And then traded the Wisp, yeah.
And the Shame Concede!
Okay. Well played, sir.
One way more important thing, though. When you start trading, consider the order of your buffs. Because if you're trading in, you don't need to do all of the blessings at first. You just do however many it takes to kill the thing, and then you can cast the other ones after in case you have Soul of the Forest on. So, if you need one attack to trade into something and you have a 1/1 with Soul of the Forest on it, you trade first and then you Blessing.
Mr. Wasabi is removing his computer from his room as we speak.
Yeah, it's getting spicy in here.
Yeah, it's getting tough, dude. Wasabi.
One more?
I think that's enough. I think that's enough for today.
I just really want to play another match, not for a video or anything.
We're not gonna spoil too much, saying that this potentially a variety of this deck will be featured in our budget series, which is coming up over the next couple of weeks and months again for the new expansion. Gonna have a budget deck for every single class, and Token Druid is looking mighty strong and mighty cheap too. So definitely be looking forward to that. I think that might be one of the stronger budget decks of all time, actually, the way it's looking right now. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any suggestions, let us know. Like the way, like the variants that you play this deck. Maybe you have a different card, maybe you run Lodi or something else that you think might help you in a specific matchup. Let us know. We're always curious about hearing about it. And on that same note, you can join our Discord server too. TrashcanTV Discord server link is in the description. Free for everyone. Just join the community, talk to us, talk to some other really cool people that know a bunch about Hearthstone, and kind of discuss decks and ideas, and also get help if you need it. Really cool community. And yeah, like the video, subscribe to TrashcanTV, and then join the club, man, the Alex and JJ club. So we'll see you in the next one. That's it.
That's it.